The world of print on demand is a journey that seems all sunshine and rainbows until reality hits you like a truck. Picture this: you start with a burst of creativity, designs flowing, dreams of people across the globe wearing your stuff. Sounds perfect, right? But then the real deal kicks in. You're not just an artist, you're juggling stock issues, customer questions, and shipping delays. It feels like you're on a never-ending treadmill that's going uphill just a bit too fast. And treadmills suck, right? It's overwhelming because it feels like if you slip, everything might come crashing down. But here's the silver lining: you're not alone. Every single print-on-demand seller has walked this path of overwhelm. Feeling swamped doesn't mean failure. It signifies growth. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone, which, as you guys know, is something I talk about a lot. Today, I'm sharing 8 strategies for managing overwhelm that'll transform how you approach your business. Let's dive in. The key to navigating the busy world of print-on-demand is knowing what needs your attention first. The Eisenhower box is a simple but great tool for this. It helps you divide tasks into 4 categories. There's urgent and important, important but not urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. This method allows you to focus on what truly matters, reducing the feeling of being pulled in every single direction. As an example, finalizing design for printing is urgent and important, while researching new design trends might be important but not urgent. Prioritizing helps clear the fog of overwhelm. It ensures that you're not just busy but productive too. When you're staring down the barrel of starting your own print-on-demand business, the whole thing can feel pretty daunting. You got designs to think up, a shop to build, mock-ups to figure out, and suddenly you're wondering what the heck you got yourself into. Here's a little secret. The trick isn't to tackle everything all at once, but break it down into bite-sized chunks. Think of it like this: if you were planning a road trip, you wouldn't stress about the entire journey before you even left the driveway, right? You'd focus on getting to that first stop, then the next, and so on. Same goes for print on demand. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the big picture, focus on one task at a time. Today might be the best niches to sell your designs in. Tomorrow you could sketch out a few design ideas. The day after, maybe look into mock-ups for listing your products. By breaking down your goals into smaller, manageable tasks, you make progress without the overwhelm. Each small task you complete is a step forward, and before you know it, you've traveled miles from where you started. Plus, there's just something super satisfying about ticking items off your to-do list. It's a visual reminder of how far you come, and it gives you that motivational boost to keep going. One way to help with all of this is to download my free Ideal Customer Workbook, which I've got linked down below. It'll help you identify your target audience and get you designing products that people actually want. It's definitely tempting to aim high and set goals that spread you thin, especially when you're excited to grow your business. But setting realistic, achievable goals can seriously reduce the overwhelm. Start by defining short-term goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. These are your SMART goals. For example, instead of setting a vague goal like increase sales, aim for launch 4 new designs by the end of the month to increase sales by 10%. This makes your goals actually tangible and gives you clear direction. These small wins keep you motivated and builds a sense of accomplishment, which fuels you forward. Effective time management is crucial in the fight against overwhelm. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work for 25 minutes, followed by a 5-minute break, help you maintain focus and prevent burnout. Time blocking is another powerful strategy where you dedicate specific hours of your day to different tasks, including breaks and personal time. This not only helps you make the most of your workday, but also makes sure that you have time for rest and mental breaks. Apps like Toggle or Rescue Time, there's a ton out there, can help you stay on track and also help to highlight some areas for improvement. In the early days of your print-on-demand venture, it's natural to wear many hats, from designer to marketer to social media manager. But as your business expands, the workload does too. This is why it's crucial to identify tasks that can be outsourced. Like, while maintaining a strong social media presence is essential, if creating engaging content and managing these platforms isn't your forte, outsource. Outsource and delegate this to a freelancer so you can free up your time to do more of the things you actually like doing. In the same vein, product photography and mock-ups are other critical elements that can make or break your business. If you're not skilled in taking high quality or attractive product photos, or you suck at making mock-ups, or you find yourself spending too much time looking for that perfect mock-up, hiring a pro or a VA, virtual assistant, can really enhance your product listings and attract more customers. Platforms like Fiverr and Upwork are great for providing access to talented people who can take over these tasks, allowing you to focus on areas that you are actually good at, which streamlines everything and reduces overwhelm. Print on demand can get really lonely really quickly. One of the best ways to beat the feeling of being overwhelmed is by connecting with people who are riding the same wave. This doesn't just mean reading articles or watching tutorials. It's about engaging with a community that gets it. A perfect place to start is by joining Facebook groups tailored to print on demand. For example, my group, Jay's Way Etsy Print on Demand, is an active community where members share their experiences, challenges, failures, and successes. You can ask questions, seek advice, or just find moral support from people who understand exactly what you're going through. It's a place to learn from others' mistakes and victories, share your own insights, and even find inspiration for your next project. The sense of belonging in groups like this can be a real game changer, and that'll make this whole thing less isolating and more manageable. Now, when you're running your own print-on-demand business, it's like you're always on. There's always something to design, there's always someone to reply to, there's always a problem to solve. It can get overwhelming fast, especially if you're new to all of this. But here's a simple trick that helps keep my sanity. Every morning before the emails and the hustle starts, I take a walk on the beach with my dog and my wife Stacy. It might sound too simple, especially if you're thinking, what does walking have to do with my print-on-demand business? Just bear with me. This walk is my time to not think about work. It's just me, the sound of the waves, the birds, the breeze, and the people I love. It helps me start the day feeling calm, clear-headed, and ready to tackle whatever comes my way. And you don't need a beach to do any of this. Any quiet spot where you can just be with your thoughts for a few minutes can work wonders. Mindfulness and self-care are really just about taking a little time to look after yourself mentally and physically. It doesn't have to be complicated or take a lot of time. It could be as simple as enjoying a cup of coffee in silence before you start your day, or maybe reading a book for 10 minutes, or just sitting quietly taking deep breaths. The idea is to give your brain a break from the constant thinking about work, so that when you actually get back to it, you're more focused and less stressed. Taking care of yourself isn't a break from your work, so don't feel guilty about it. It's part of making sure you can keep doing your work well. Starting your own print-on-demand business is a big step. It's exciting, but when the novelty wears off and you're faced with the day-to-day challenges, it's so easy to lose sight of why you got started in the first place. This is when remembering your why becomes crucial. Your why is the reason you got excited about your business. Maybe it's the freedom to be your own boss. Maybe it was the joy of creating something unique. Or maybe it was the dream of making a living doing what you love. Or even just leaving some crappy 9-to-5 job you felt trapped in. The good news about those kinds of 9-to-5s is that they'll always be there if you ever want to go back to them for whatever reason. Back when I got my print on demand, my excitement was all about the rush of turning my ideas into something tangible, something real and cool that others would enjoy, all while leaving behind that super toxic corporate workplace culture that literally made me physically ill. That was my why, the driver that powered me through the late nights and early mornings. But as I've grown, both my business and myself, I've come to see things a bit differently. My why kind of has a new shape. It's no longer about just the coolness of creation or not commuting to some soul-crushing corporate job. It's about carving out a life where I call the shot. It's about being able to spend Tuesday morning on a walk on the beach, or having lunch with Stacy without worrying about a boss's approval or how it'll affect my paycheck. This shift is also driven by a bigger vision. I want to help others feel that same freedom. I want to show them that there's a way out of the grind where their time and their earnings are their own, not just sticking around in that comfortable rut to make someone else rich. The way I see it, we've got this one kick at the can called life, and it's way too precious to spend it playing by someone else's rules. This isn't a dress rehearsal, it's the real deal. And it's time we all started living like it, putting ourselves and our dreams first. That's my why now. It's about more than just making and selling cool stuff. It's about living on my terms and helping others do the same. It's about making the most of this one wild and precious life we got without asking for permission. When things get tough, and believe me, they will, your why is going to be your anchor. It's the light that keeps you moving forward even when you can't see the end of the tunnel. And whenever I feel overwhelmed, I remind myself of the feeling I get when someone tells me how much I've helped them over the years. It's like a mini boost that helps me refocus and push through the hard times. Remembering your why, it's about connecting with that inner drive that made you start this journey. It's about looking beyond immediate obstacles and remembering the bigger picture. Write it down, make it your screensaver, put on a sticky note on your monitor, whatever it takes to keep it front and center. When you're clear on your why, it's easier to find the motivation to keep going. It's easier to solve problems, and it's easier to keep pushing towards your goals even when it's hard. When you're feeling a bit lost or need some encouragement, don't forget to join my Facebook group. You can ask questions, share your experiences, and learn from others who are on the same journey. And if you're looking for more tips and tricks to make your print-on-demand journey a bit smoother, sign up for my email list at jaysway.works to get free info straight to your inbox. The world of print-on-demand can feel crazy when everything's new, but remember, every expert was once a beginner just like you.